Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. Today, we're tackling something a little bit personal.
Okay.
We're going to be looking at the average length of sex.
All right.
And might have some surprising data for you.
Interesting.
Let's see what you think.
Well, first we should probably clarify what exactly we're talking about when we say sex.
Good point.
For this particular deep dive we're looking at, a study that focused specifically on penetrative intercourse
Okay.
between men and women. And they measured the time from the beginning of penetration to the very end. And importantly, this is without foreplay.
Right. Yeah, because foreplay can be
Yeah.
a whole other...
Absolutely. A whole other experience.
Exactly. So we're really just zeroing in on that intercourse time.
Exactly.
All right, so what did this study of 500 couples around the world find? What's the average?
Well, the average they found was 5.7 minutes.
Okay.
Now, you might be surprised by that. You might think, oh, that's shorter than I expected, or longer than I expected. It really depends on your own personal experiences and what you think is normal.
Yeah, and every couple is different.
Right, exactly. And even within the study, there was a huge range. Oh, yeah. It ranged from 0.1 minutes all the way to 55 minutes.
Wow, so that's a big spectrum there.
It is a huge spectrum.
I wonder, are there any geographical differences?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
So, for example, they found that couples in Turkey had the shortest average duration at 4.4 minutes. And then on the other side, couples in the UK had the longest at 10 minutes.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if there are any, cultural factors at play.
Right. Are there societal norms that might be influencing these durations?
Exactly.
It would be really interesting to look into that more.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we've talked about the average. What about how that compares to what people think the average is?
Perceptions versus reality.
Yes, exactly.
Well, they asked men in the study about their ideal length of sex and what they thought the average was.
Okay.
And the men said, ideally, they would like it to be 16 minutes long.
16 minutes.
And they thought the average was 9 minutes. So clearly an overestimation compared to the 5.7-minute average we talked about earlier.
Yeah, I wonder where those perceptions come from.
Right. Is it the media? Social expectations?
Maybe a bit of both.
Yeah, probably all sorts of factors.
Okay, well, what about what women want? Did the study ask about that?
So the study itself didn't specifically ask about that.
Okay.
But there was a separate poll done with 4,000 women. And in that poll, the women said they desired an average of 25 minutes.
25 minutes. Wow, so that's even longer than what the men thought was ideal.
Exactly.
Very interesting. Well, I think the takeaway here is that averages don't really tell the whole story.
Right.
Everyone's different. Every couple is different. And what really matters is finding what works for you. Communication is key.
Absolutely.
And focusing on pleasure is way more important than trying to hit some arbitrary number.
Couldn't agree more.
So if you're interested in learning more about defects, sex and relationships, or other health topics, make sure to subscribe to yourhealthhacks.com. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We'll see you next time.